The Solana network went down yet again. Is it time to panic and sell? Or is everything going to be okay? Looking at here from beincrypto.com, Solana network halts, almost going an entire year without a single outage. In this video, we're going to break down exactly what happened. Is there a solution? And is it time to panic and sell your Solana? Those questions will be answered in this video. Now, a little bit of background as to what happened. The Solana mainnet beta is experiencing a performance degradation. Block progression is currently halted. Core engineers and validators are actively investigating. This is according to a noted Solana validator. Insights from the Solana blockchain trackers indicated that block processing ceased at around 9:52 UTC. This was yesterday, February 6th, putting the network's efficiency in question. The disruption surfaced almost a year following a nearly day-long downtime in February of 2023, challenging the network's reliability. Now, we take a look at previously, Solana has had major issues with outages. So we take a look back here on June 22nd, it had a 4-hour and 10-minute outage due to the beta clock drift. We fast forward to the end of September, beginning of October, essentially 2 consecutive days. September 30th, you had a 1-hour outage that was degraded performance. And then on October 1st, a much longer 6-hour, 20-minute outage for the same exact reason. And then the last one before yesterday's was February 25th of 2023, almost an entire 24 hours, clocking just under 19 hours for cluster instability. And as you can see here, as we zoom in through the rest of 2023 and going into 2024, yesterday was the first outage spanning almost 5 entire hours. And so people might be wondering, well, we would have expected Solana's token price to crash, right? We're going to take a look at what historically has Solana's price done and why this time was a little different. So this article from Blockworks, Solana price is getting better at shaking off major outages. Solana was totally unusable for 5 hours on Tuesday, effectively placing more than $1.6 billion in crypto locked inside the network's DeFi apps in limbo. Solana hasn't gone a full year without a major outage since September of 2021, back when the network saw much less activity and far lower TVL. But might be saying, well, what did the price do and why does Solana keep going down? A lot of networks go down, and I'm going to show you some examples. But first, taking a look at TradingView here on the daily for Solana. So that June 2022 outage, I have this highlighted here, the very first vertical line. We saw Solana on that day, we saw the price dip around 15%. It did continue to spill off to under $35. But this was also during the depths of the bear market. We had the next one, which was September 30th, going into October 1st of 2022. This was much less impactful as far as what the price did. And over those 2 days, Solana's price from open to close decreased around 7.8%. And then we took a look at the one from last February. The daily candle on that outage was only around 3 to 4%. And we take a look at what happened yesterday when Solana went down. What did the price do? Let's take a look. It was actually closed green. So this was yesterday's candle. Solana actually appreciated in price. Why is that? Is that because people are getting used to it? Is it because people are confident in the Solana team and Anatoly Yakovenko and Fire Dancers right around the corner? I potentially believe so. I believe people understand that Solana is not perfect. It's going to go down. And if you're willing to deal with the network outages from time to time when they happen, and it seems like that is at least what price action is telling us. Now, what did we hear from founder Anatoly Yakovenko? This is one of the few tweets that he tweeted that wasn't a repost. He said, I fell asleep listening to Nick Bostrom talking about existential risk. No one bothered to call me or even add me to whatever Slack or Discord channel was debugging the issue, not even for moral support. By the time I woke up, the network was up already. To me, this by him posting this, I feel like the message he's trying to send is, hey, look, I'm not worried. I was sleeping through the whole thing. I wasn't even bothered to be called upon for help getting the network back up, proving essentially with this post that, hey, the devs got it under control. They're the ones that handle everything. Don't put this on me, because Solana has a rap of, hey, it's too centralized. You can restart and, you can shut it down and restart it. Well, according to Anatoly, he had no hand in what happened. Now, I did mention Solana is not the only blockchain that's gone down. Some of your favorites, Stellar Lumens. This was back in May of 2019. Stellar node outage causes 2-hour complete transaction freeze. Avalanche back in February of 2021, crippled by bug triggered by unusually high volume. You also had Polygon, one of our favorite projects here. March of 2022, Polygon suffers latest multi-hour outage after node halts. And then, of course, the king of layer one, Ethereum, back in 2020, saw massive outages that forced exchanges to block withdrawals. Now, we do have a post-mortem on Solana, and what exactly happened? This is from VanEck, head of digital assets, Matthew Siegel. Solana outage, what happened? The BPF loader, also known as the Berkeley packet filter, which is the mechanism to deploy, upgrade, and execute programs on Solana, failed. This seems to relate to a previous SMID, which is a Solana improvement proposal, that altered some of the features, including the adding of a blocker to stop metadata from being used in the BPF because it was no longer needed. This upgrade from GitHub, with it, there was some sort of bug. This bug was noticed on the testnet. I've been hearing, and I'm sure you have as well, why wasn't this launched on testnet? There was no testnet. There was a testnet. Here's the answer. This bug was noticed on the testnet, and a fix was created, but it hadn't been implemented yet. There is speculation that someone manually triggered this bug, and Solana, as a result, went down. He goes on to say, what is the fix that is occurring? The fix was created on a devnet. Devs have rewritten the BPF code lines to prevent the bugs. It means that the core software everyone runs must be patched. Once it is patched, people can start running the software again. What are the next steps for restarting the network? And of course, at the time of recording, the network is already up and running. What are the next steps for restarting the network? Core software is rewritten after community digestion occurs. Validators create a snapshot of a block verified by 66% of the network. Once that consensus is there, restarting the chain, you can essentially rerun the software. And then once 80% of the network or of the validators agree on the latest block, that is when the Solana blockchain was up and running. But there obviously was a small window of potential error if not everyone was in congruence as far as validators. And then just to kind of wrap up this tweet here, why won't this happen again in the future? This is a result of the experimental, constantly evolving nature of Solana. We believe a fix to this issue was already in the works. Second order results, once restarted, there will be a flurry of DeFi activity as ARB bots seek to take advantage of all the arbitrages that have been materialized. Some estimate it may be as high as $25 million. And Matthew, at the time, was speculating that this could potentially bong down the network again, which it didn't. It didn't, so that is a positive. Now I'm saying, well, what is the solution? You hear a lot about FireDancer. So this is from coincruiser.com. Solana FireDancer, a game changer for blockchain outages. Solana, one of the most renowned platforms in the blockchain industry, seems to have found the answer to its once recurring issue of frequent outages. The solution? A scaling solution, interestingly named FireDancer. Now, the testnet is currently live, and we're expecting to go live on mainnet by late spring, early summer of 2024. Given its potential benefits, FireDancer is seen as a long-term solution to the blockchain's once frequent outages. Now, FireDancer would not have solved this issue, right? I feel much better knowing that it wasn't because the transaction fees were high or because the network was running high or a lot of transactions were coming in, or it was a DDoS attack like what's brought down the network before. It was an error that had a solution. It just wasn't deployed from the testnet to the mainnet. Hopefully this is something the devs can learn from. Obviously the issue has been rectified. So the answer, should you panic sell your Solana? Well, it's your money, so do what you want. But the answer is no. Do not panic sell your Solana. This is just a short-term setback. You have two areas. You have one area of builders who take everything very slowly and methodically. And I'm not going to name any projects here, but then issues like this don't necessarily happen. But they're never first to market. They're never revolutionizing really anything. Then you have the other basket where it's let's go as fast as we can and whatever breaks, we'll fix it along the way. These are the innovators. These are the ones that can break potential new innovation in the blockchain industry. And I believe Solana to be in the latter category. Let us know what you think. Did you sell all your Solana when the network went down? Let us know in the comment section. Like the video. Come check out our live show Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.